for joining me today for an OSHA video regarding turning over rooms 1 through 10 here at Ruby Canyon. We're going to take a minute and break some things down step by step, and once we're done with that process, we'll show you real time what this process should look like. One thing that's important is to be familiar with the room that you're in. In each room, the cleaning supplies may be in a slightly different location. They may be over in the assistant side on the shelves, or they may be under the sink on the assistant side. In this room, they're under the sink on the doctor side. The first thing we want to do is make sure that we have our appropriate PPE. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some gloves. And then I'm just going to reach right here under this counter and grab the chemicals that we're going to be using today to clean this room. I'm going to give you a brief rundown. So we do use Cavi 1 wipes. This is used to clean a surface off of any remaining debris. For our carts that need to be disinfected, we're going to follow that up with a Cavi 1 spray. And we're going to lightly spritz so that everything is wet. This does have a 1-minute wait time. You'll also find soap and water. The soap and water is used to clean patient and provider chairs, as well as the patient's eyewear. And lastly is a 10% Clorox mixture that we use to clean the sensors. It's very important when we're cleaning the sensors not to spray directly on the sensor, because it will ruin the warranty for those sensors. Our next step will be removing all of the barriers. Next, we're going to remove all of the trash from the cart, as well as reassembling the cassettes, making sure all of the burrs are out of the handpieces and ready to go back to steri. The next step will be cleaning the patient chair with soap and water, along with the patient's safety glasses. We're also going to include in this the light cover, as we don't want to use anything other than soap and water here. Next, we're going to address the X-ray sensor, X-ray head, and the counter space on the doctor's side. Again, we want to make sure that we are not spraying the Clorox mixture directly on the sensor, as it will void the warranty. So just soak a paper towel. Go ahead and clean that sensor nicely. Here at Ruby Canyon, we all know that a sensor is clean if it is wrapped like this and set down below. Because nothing is really touched on this side of the counter, we do not need to worry about following up with a cavi spray. And because the x-ray head was barriered, again, we can use just the cavi wipe and do a cleaning process. We do not need to focus on disinfection for this. To finish out the light, we will use the cavi wipe on all surfaces that we may have touched. Again, because of the barrier, we do not need to worry about following this up with a cavi spray for disinfection. Lastly, for the cart, we're going to do a two-step process. We're going to use a wet cavi wipe, and we're going to clean all of the air water syringes and suctions, making sure that we're cleaning not just the suction, but the holder as well. According to OSHA, anything that has nooks and crannies should be barriered. So if you are not barriering the hand pieces, the air water syringe, or the suction, it's important to make sure that you are getting around the buttons as well as underneath any of the switches to turn them on and off. Because now we've removed all the debris, we're going to finish up with a cavi 1 spray to give it the 1 minute wait time. Don't forget to wipe any handles you may touch while taking out or putting back the necessary cleaning items. Don't forget on your way to Steri to remove the barrier and clean the X-ray control box. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how I tear a room down start to finish. The important thing here is to remember that everybody may have a slightly different routine, and that's okay, so long as all of the steps are performed correctly and per OSHA standards. The biggest key here is to make sure that our patients have the safest visit possible and that we keep our team members safe as well. Let's get going. All right, because everything has now been removed, because now we've removed all the debris. He's jamming.
Oh, I'm not supposed to be in the background of my shoot.
He's gone now. Was he gone before?
Oh, man.